The soldiers endured terrible pain as they struggled into the army barracks bathhouse. Their wounds were still bleeding, and the floor was covered in blood, slick and wet underfoot. Everyone helped to relax in a hot bath, but then someone caught a whiff of alcohol. The drill instructor immediately barked at them. Drinking was strictly forbidden in the army, so how could there be alcohol in the bathhouse? But the smell grew stronger. The soldiers stared at the pool, uneasy. No one dared step in. The instructor shouted at them to move, but the men stood frozen. One soldier, fresh out of the hospital, recognized the sharp scent of medical alcohol. He knew it could disinfect wounds, but also how much it would burn. Then the order came. Every man had to soak in the pool for 5 full minutes before leaving. The soldier's face is pale. No one wanted to go first. Then the man stepped forward. He knew this was part of the special forces test. There was no choice. Gritting his teeth, he stepped into the pool. Agony shot through his body, but he forced himself forward. The instructor gave him an approving glance, then glared at the others. Seeing this, the rest followed. One soldier roared and charged in. Another hesitated, but the moment his foot touched the water, pain twisted his face. He screamed, and soon the bathhouse echoed with cries of agony. The remaining soldiers knew they couldn't avoid it. They clenched their fists and jumped in. Instantly, the room filled with howls of pain. The last man stood petrified until the instructor lost patience. Stared of a little bath. He sneered, "Maybe you shouldn't be soldiers. Go home if you can't handle it." Shamed, the soldier finally shuffled toward the pool, but hesitated at the edge. The instructor kicked him in, then started the 5-minute countdown. Later, the men dragged themselves back to their bunks. But just as they lay down, the assembly whistle blew. Groaning, they helped each other outside, only to find the instructor waiting, holding 2 crates of grenades. The soldiers tensed. Then, without warning, the instructor pulled the pin from a grenade and hurled it at them. They reacted fast, tossing it onto open ground and diving for cover. But before they could catch their breath, 7 more instructors appeared, each holding 2 grenades. On command, they all pulled the pins and threw. Chaos erupted. The soldiers batted the grenades away. One man's friend wasn't so lucky. A grenade dropped straight into his collar. He frantically dug it out, nearly passing out from fear. Finally, all the grenades exploded harmlessly in the dirt. The men sighed in relief, but it wasn't over. Just as they relaxed, boom, another grenade detonated nearby. So folks, think this training was too brutal?